I like to use the farmer's analogy. So, like, if you told a farmer 50 years ago that this magical thing called the internet is going to create a billion new
Yeah.
jobs, and you're sitting from a desk and there's a developer and a marketer, he probably wouldn't believe you. And similar to this era we're in now, I think you and many others have echoed that there's going to be many new jobs created.
Yeah.
So, and it's really hard to see what those jobs will be. But the difference between this era and the internet era is that the internet era, there's a billion new jobs created out of kind of nothing. Whereas the intelligence era, a billion knowledge workers' jobs are arguably going to be impacted first before new jobs are created. Does that worry you at all?
Totally. I think you touched on something really important there that both makes me a little bit less worried and more worried in some other way. The thing about that farmer is not only would they not believe you that this thing was going to happen, they very likely would look at what you do or I do and say, like, that's not real work. Like, that's, if you're like farming, you're doing something people really need, you're making them food, like you're keeping people alive. This is real work. And you people of the future, like, life just got too easy for you. There's like abundant food and abundant wealth and all this stuff. And like, so you have both of you have access to all the food you need, and you're doing something that's like playing a game to fill your time and your need to feel important. And it's not a real job. To us, though, it feels real. Certainly, to me, it feels real. And I'm grateful to get to work on something that is like satisfying and seems important. It's very possible that if we could see those jobs of the future, we would be like, okay, well, maybe our jobs were not as real as a farmer's job, but it's a lot more real than this game you're playing to entertain yourself. And so I can very much believe, like I think people will still have tons of meaning in their life, but I can very much believe that what we think of as work really changes. And from our reference perspective, it would maybe look less like work than what we do now. I can also believe that the sort of social contract changes a lot, especially if there's this transition where it happens pretty fast. So I have like some short-term worries as we go through this transition, but man, I'm so willing to bet on human drives being what they are, and I think we'll find plenty of things to do.